Normally when Dinuk thinks of luxury vehicles, he thinks of German, but
Toyota made its way into my heart with this. So this
is a Land Cruiser Sahara ZX. And
yeah,
yes, that's a long name.
but it's a long vehicle.
Yeah.
So
Let's roll with the intro.
okay, let's start with the exterior of this car. So the very first noticeable feature is its massive grille. On top of that massive grille, you get a secondary grille right here, which is unnecessary, but I think the front looks quite loud when it comes to design. It looks like it's screaming at you for some reason, but I think it looks good. Now, one thing I do like is its daytime running light. It is a fully LED strip, it makes the car look very, very modern. Given that we're in 2024 and this car looks brand new, that's a good thing. Now, I do have to say the lip of the car is very low, which is not good when it comes to off-roading, but let's be honest, no one's going to take this off-roading because this is going to be at every grocery store, every Coles, every Woolies supermarket, and you'll never see it off-roading anywhere. Okay, so let's talk about the side of this car, starting with the wheels. So you get 20-inch chrome wheels, which is quite beautiful with this white exterior, and you also get chrome mirrors. And something I do like about the car, you get side steps, which are quite firm. Well, it is Japanese after all. Okay, at the back you do get the Sahara ZX badge here because, well, you gotta let people know that you're driving the ZX version, not the normal Brokey 300 series. So that's why you have a ZX badge. Anyway, you do get more chrome here to make the car a bit more luxury. For some reason, that's what manufacturers go with. You do get a cover for your tow bar. It looks good, honestly. That's very smart. And one thing I do love about this car is its rear tail light. Now, when it's both lit, when both of them are lit up, it kind of looks like a stormtrooper helmet, especially in this color. I mean, it's white. Let me just put a picture of that for you. Engine price and specs of this car. Now, if you are a gambling addict, one thing that you can bet on is how many attempts I take at opening the hood. I think I found it. Oh yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's start with the engine. So the Sahara used to get a V8 and that was what it was known for. But Toyota changed that. They put a V6 twin turbo diesel in here and it produces 304 horsepower and 700 newton meters of torque. And we were driving this for a minute and I think this engine is quite good. Now for the competitors. So you do have the Range Rovers, the Land Rover Discovery, the Defender especially. But I think even though they are German and I prefer German cars, I would have this over them because this is very, very reliable. And I have to thank High Quality Car Sales for giving us this vehicle to review. This car is for sale for $150,000. If you are interested, drop us a message or head down to High Quality Car Sales at this address. Hopefully I put it in there and not forget. But head down there, the people there are lovely. You can talk to Hannah or Todd and they will basically take it from there onwards with the buying process. And Gavin, did I miss anything?
10-speed automatic.
Oh yes, so this car gets a 10-speed automatic gearbox and obviously it's a 4x4.
3.5 ton.
And towing capacity is 3.5 tons. Thanks Gavin.
Now looking at the interior is actually quite nice and clean. The dash is filled with squishy leather and everything else is nice. It's meant for off-roading, but Toyota has done a good job in making this luxurious as well. Now looking at the seats, Toyota has done an excellent job with these seats. The seats are made of leather and it is extremely comfortable. So Toyota has done an extremely good job on this. So there's 3 presets on this seat. It is heated and ventilated and it is also electronically adjustable. And now let's look at the storage space. And thank you for the haters for pointing out faults. So here we have an expensive coffee cup. So we have space here. Then we have a cooling over here where you can fit your whole bottle, and also you got space in your door bins. Then we got space in the glove box, and also we got additional storage over here. And now in the back, the seats are comfortable just like in the front. There's ample leg space, there's ample head space for tall people like me. Next, the AC vents. There's AC vents over here, there's AC vents over here, and there's AC vents underneath. And one of the best features ever that I feel like is that the back seats also get heated and cooled seats. Now with the tech in the back, this is how you control the ACs in the back. This is how you heat and cool the seats. And there's Type-C to Type-C cables over here. There's a 12-volt 12-volt cable over here, and there's also the HDMI port to connect the screens.
Okay, so let's talk about the tech within this car, starting with the infotainment system. So, if you look at this infotainment system here, you can connect Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. This is where you get your seating controls, your music, and you get multiple things here. Now, one thing I do love is the fact that all of your AC controls are here. You get, like Gavin said before, you get cooled seats and heated seats, and also a heated steering wheel, which is quite nice. And this is basically how you adjust your AC, the temperature via these dials. Now, one thing I do love is these buttons here. They are very, very high quality. I absolutely love this. And moving down here, this is where you get all of your off-road controls. You get your lock-in diffs, your low gear, high gears. And one thing I do have to mention is you do get a 360 camera, which is, well, it kind of looks stupid, but you can change it to this, where you can see, it kind of shows you a view from inside the car. But if you put it to drive, it's going to give you your full 360 camera and the 360 reverse camera right here. Now, the steering wheel. So the steering wheel is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I love this. There's a bit of wood trim here. All of your volume controls are here. Your cruise control is here. You do get adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist as well, which is quite nice, especially for a Toyota. And this button reminds me of a BMW. Let me just show that. Yeah, there you go. Now, you do get two analog displays and a digital display in the middle. And I have to say, overall, the tech within this car is absolutely fantastic. You also get push button to start, and I forgot, wireless charging in a Toyota, and it's 1111. Make a wish. Done. So yeah, overall, I think the interior of this car looks quite amazing, and I absolutely love this car. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is the fact that this car also gets a heads-up display, which has color as well, which is quite amazing, and it does get better when you're driving. I'm just trying to get into the camera. Now, let's talk about the boot space and the boot tech. First of all, it is electronically, what's the word? It opens electronically and closes electronically, which is quite amazing. And I do have to mention, you do get a 12-volt plug here, but not a 12-volt. It's well, domestic plug in there. That's how you know I'm not into off-roading. And so this car is a 5-seater, but what they have done is, so you do get cup holders here, and an AC vent here, and that's for the 7-seater car. But when they put in 5 seats, they didn't care enough to take it out, which is okay in this case. And I have to mention something very cool is, me and Gavin were sitting here and just talking, and we were like, oh, where is the music playing from? Let me just show you. So I'm gonna play a song. There's speakers here. How cool is that? Now, cool features. Okay, let's talk about the cool features of this car. Now, I do have to admit, this is the script. Thanks, Gavin. Thank you, I needed that. That gave me a heart attack. Anyway, I have to mention, me and Gavin aren't really into off-roading, so we don't know a lot about off-roading, but I have to do this car justice and read this. So this car gets a ladder frame chassis, rigid rear axles, low range modes, lockable diffs, etc, etc. Now, it's a proper off-roader, and that's a pretty cool feature in itself. Yes, I'm reading it out of a script. Fight me. Okay, second cool feature. We don't need the script anymore, so let's just flick that out. Now, this glove box open both ways. You can open it that way or that way and this way. Now, if you come here, you can see there's a cool box button. So that's because this part is a fridge. Kevin, how long did you leave this in here for? It's cold. He left this in here for like 5 minutes, and it's pretty cold now. And that's a pretty cool feature in itself. And I have to mention, if you turn the car off, the seat just goes back so that you can get out easier. How cool is that for a Toyota? I love this car. Third cool feature. Let's hop to the back. Third coolest feature is its infotainment system at the back. So you do get 2 TV screens here, and you can plug your own source into it via the HDMI plug here, and that's a pretty cool touch for a Land Rover, for a Toyota. I mean, how cool is that? Finally, the Sahara ZX is literally the most luxury SUV that Toyota makes, and I literally called it a Land Rover. And I was like, what am I even saying? So it's that comfortable inside. I feel like this is a German car, but it is Japanese after all.
Now let's talk about the annoying features of this car. When the vehicle is switched off and unlocked, you cannot press to open the fuel cap. So you have to go all around, which I'm going to do and show you, to open the fuel cap. And just like that. Another annoying thing about this vehicle is that when you connect to Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, it doesn't get the whole full screen. It will always have this or this. And if you're using the in-house software compared to its competitors such as the Defender or the Discovery, you can see that it's a bit tacky. And another annoying feature about this vehicle is that these seats are not all together. So there's a little bit of a gap over here, which is for some could be a bit annoying. Now the final annoying feature about this vehicle is the sunroof. They could have made it a bit bigger or given it a panoramic sunroof. And it's not automatic. That's about it. Stop recording.
Okay, so let's go for a drive in the Land Cruiser. This is the very first Land Cruiser that I'm driving because I haven't gotten a chance to drive the V8 yet. But I have to say this car is quite perfect when it comes to driving. It is so comfortable in here, literally so comfortable. Ooh, GTR. Gavin, show them. Anyway, back to this car. That was a pretty cool GTR. Anyway, this car is so comfortable, literally one of the most comfortable cars I've been in, and it's got enough power. You got a 300 horsepower engine and it's got 700 newton meters of torque. Now you might think, yes, the horsepower figure is low, but it got 700 newton meters of torque and it's a diesel engine, and it's enough power, literally enough power. This is a heavy car, but when you're driving it, you don't feel like it. That's thanks to two things. One, having so much torque in the car, and two, soft steering. It is an amazing feature. Like, most Japanese cars don't get soft steering, but this car did, and I have to say it makes a massive difference, literally a massive difference. And the suspension, oh my god, is it soft. It is the softest suspension I've been on. Now yes, I say that German cars are luxury cars, but the Japanese did better. I'm sorry, I am team Germany, but the Japanese did better when it comes to building a luxury car. One important bit is the throttle response. Now this car has different modes. You get your normal comfort mode, you also get a sports mode, and on sports mode it is quite responsive. Now you're not going to be in sports mode that often because, well, let's be honest, this is a Land Cruiser. When was the last time you took one to a track? Maybe the people in Abu Dhabi. Have you seen those cars which are going on two wheels? They care about that. So yes, this car got enough power. It is so comfortable inside. The cabin noise is literally so quiet in here, literally so quiet. So perfect insulation. And yes, this car is massive, so I have to be very careful when I'm going to tight spots, but it does get a 360 camera. So overall, I absolutely love this car, especially when I'm driving it, because there's nothing comfier than it, and that's where I would leave it. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, final thoughts on the 300Z Sahara ZX. Kevin, you want to start?
Now, knowing me and Japanese vehicles, this vehicle looks absolutely divine. And it's just beautiful. And inside the interior, the seats are comfortable. It's like you're sleeping on a comfortable bed while you're driving. And it's a 10 for me. We tested it, unknowingly we tested its competitors before, and I have to say, we did think the Discovery was a good vehicle,
Yeah.
until we tested this.
Yeah.
So
And the
I would
Defender
have,
as well.
Yeah, and the Defender as well. So I would have to say, Toyota did an excellent job. And what about you, Dina?
Yep, I think this has to be the most comfortable car I've driven. I mean, it is so luxurious inside.
Yeah, and
It is-
we've driven quite a few luxury
yeah, we've
vehicles.
driven quite a few luxurious vehicles, and I always go German, but Japanese, they did it better. And this is a Toyota. This is so reliable.
Exactly.
This will outlive you
Yeah.
and me combined.
One thing though, I do have to say, I'm a bit disappointed that Toyota did swap out the V8
Yeah,
engine.
fair enough.
Because you all know, we love our V8s.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And yes, this car is $150,000. Would you pay 150 considering that the Defender only costs you around 130?
Look, the Defender, not the new Defender, I like the old classic,
Yeah.
but dude,
Yeah.
just look at this.
Yeah, because this is more reliable as well.
Yes,
You get more.
it is. You get
buff-
a lot of this.
bang for your buck.
Yes, you cannot take this off-roading because You can take it off-roading, but it's not a vehicle that is meant for off-roading. But
people in
people in Dubai
well,
or
not
anywhere in the
Arabic
world,
countries,
they
yeah.
would do take this.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But here in Australia, you'll see this at everybody's parking lot.
yeah.
Yep. So yes, this car is a 10 for me as well. I think it's better than the Defender and the Discovery that we've tested.
It is.
And yes, if I had 150,000, I would be paying for this. Would you?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, fair. And yes, if you want to buy this car, head over to High Quality Car Sales.
Or drop us a DM.
Yeah, so drop us a DM. We'll put you in contact with Hannah and Todd from High Quality Car Sales. They are lovely people. You can go and meet them, and that's where we will leave it.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys. Subscribe and like, and it helps our channel a lot. So thank
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.